What is going on, my peoples? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well today. Thank you so much for joining me. Feel free to check out the Twitch and Patreon before we jump right into this video. Well, of course, on your own free time. You see what I'm saying? Let's jump right into this. Highly recommended. Why American tourists are being rejected worldwide in 2025. I could tell. Look, all my Americans, let me tell you something. All my Americans watching this video right now, you being rejected because y'all got no common sense. Y'all go out and you act like you ain't got no sense. You ain't got no home training. I'm like, bro, you go out to these other countries assuming that these other countries are supposed to entertain you. Like it's some type of playground, some type of musical act, some type of theme park, some type of concert. That's not what this is. It's like Americans decide, oh, I want to play around and do something stupid in another country. You see what I'm saying? Let's jump right into this. All you Americans, why do you treat me like this off the rip? Well, it's all about first impression. You know, we gotta just come off a different way now, and we gotta be extra careful with what we do because people like y'all done messed it up. So we go out to these countries, the first thing they think automatically, there's stereotypes around this country. I mean, around this world, not just country. There are stereotypes around the world about America, like, here they go, loud, ignorant, rude, da-da-da-da-da, like, man, a bunch of cruel savages. Like, we ain't all like that, man. You see what I'm saying? This video gonna trigger me. This video gonna trigger me. It's exactly why we get treated differently. People, and then they be acting like we're from another planet when we go to another country. Oh, you're from America? Yeah, like after speaking to you or having a good, interaction, they're like, where are you from, man? You tell them America. America? You're from America? Like, all right, man. Y'all gotta start, behaving. It's not just Americans. A lot of foreigners as well be clowning around. America, y'all know better, bro. Somebody come out here to America doing all that. What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna get mad, irritated.
Did you know that over 70% of American travelers now say they're treated differently abroad?
70? Hell. Y'all doing it like that?
And not in a good way? That number says more than you'd think. They're noticing colder service, awkward questions, and in some cases, outright hostility. From protests outside the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City to a wave of anti-American sentiment across Europe and beyond, to subtle pushback in cafes and shops around the world, something has shifted. American tourists, once welcomed almost everywhere, are now facing a growing wave of resentment. So what's really driving this backlash? And why is it getting worse in 2025? In this video, we're breaking down 6 real reasons the world is growing tired of US tourists, and what needs to change before it gets even worse. But before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe, because this isn't just a travel video. It's a reality check for anyone who thinks an American passport still guarantees a warm welcome.
Well, it definitely does for me. The way I come off, baby. I know a lot of people tend to judge by looks. People probably look at me, oh my gosh. Guys, it's just hair. It's just, I got a little scratch. Like, leave me alone, bro. You see what I'm saying? Leave me alone. I'm a good person. You got to speak to me, I'm talking about that interaction. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy our interaction. You best believe that. I'm a cool person. I make anybody smile, laugh. Yeah, you have a bad day, walk past Strac in the hallway. You see what I did?
In 2025, American tourists aren't just being noticed. They're being recorded, ridiculed, and shared online.
Yep.
From Reddit to TikTok, tourist shaming has become a global pastime.
Oh, yeah.
And U.S. travelers are often the stars.
Yeah, the American thing, like the Americans, is really a big topic. I'll be looking all over Reddit, Quora, and, Twitter, this and that, Facebook. There's a lot of, communities focused towards American tourists. Yes, and the cruel, stupid things we do. Nothing positive. I'm like, wow, I really wanted to make a video on it. Like, how the rest of the countries feel about Americans. And I'm still thinking about it. It's, cruel, bro.
Entire threads are dedicated to moments where American visitors come across as loud, oblivious, or entitled. One story describes an American parent at Stonehenge urging their child to go climb on the big rocks. Another recalled a woman in France asking if a group of medieval reenactors were Syrian refugees. And in a quiet spot in England, believed to be tied to the legend of King Arthur, an American tourist looked around and said, "Where's the goddamn castle?" It might sound like harmless culture shock, But online, these moments fuel something deeper. On Reddit and travel forums, locals and fellow travelers regularly vent about typical American tourists, snapping selfies at memorial sites, demanding English-only service.
Yeah, look at me, I've been here. We don't care. We already know you in another country. We gonna show every location on your social media? My gosh, they taking selfies, let alone like a regular picture. You taking a selfie in front of a tombstone, bro. These people,
or ignoring basic etiquette. And all of it feeds into an old stereotype that's now gone viral again. The ugly American, loud, entitled, and culturally unaware. This isn't about one rude traveler or one awkward moment. It's about a global perception that's building, one post at a time. And in 2025, every overlooked misstep is a potential headline. For American tourists, the margin for error is shrinking, and the world is no longer looking the other way. The backlash against American tourists isn't just digital. It's happening in the streets. From Europe to Latin America, locals are organizing, marching, and making one thing clear.
What am I supposed to do as an American tourist right now, looking at all these people telling us to go home? What if I'm not like those other Americans and I'm cool peoples? And I'm cool peoples. I don't care, bro. I'm walking into this crowd and I'm speaking to whoever come to me for. I'm American. I'm American. What's the problem? I'm gonna go right into the middle of this crowd and I'm American. What's the problem, guys? And let's have an intellectual conversation and let's see if you change your mind. At least your perception about me at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna show out. I'm gonna put on for America. You best believe that. I'm gonna put on for America. You best believe that. Man.
They've had enough.
Look at this.
Not just of tourism in general, but of the strain brought on by high-spending, high-impact travelers from the U.S. In Mexico City, protesters marched through Condesa and Roma, two neighborhoods flooded with American expats and remote workers. "Gringos, stop stealing our homes," they shouted as they rallied outside the U.S. Embassy. That same week, storefronts were vandalized and Airbnb listings were spray-painted with anti-American messages. What started as a housing crisis has turned into a cultural one, and American visitors are right at the center of it. And it's not just Mexico. In Spain, where overtourism protests have become a near-weekly occurrence in cities like Barcelona and Mallorca, the U.S. Embassy issued a public alert to American citizens. The warning advised travelers to avoid large gatherings tied to anti-tourism sentiment and tensions related to the Middle East, two flashpoints where U.S. involvement is often front and center. These aren't just isolated outbursts. They're coordinated, emotional, and increasingly common.
Oh, yeah.
And when embassies start issuing warnings, it's not just travel anymore. It's reputational fallout. For many American tourists, travel is about freedom. The freedom to explore, to speak English anywhere, to wear what you want, and to experience new cultures without changing your own habits. But in 2025, that mindset is creating real friction abroad. In Kyoto, Japan, local residents in the historic Gion district, known for its geisha traditions, implemented a ban on tourists entering certain alleys. The reason? Tourists, including many Americans, were harassing geishas.
I knew you was gonna say that stupid crap. They were harassing and making fun. And look at the mini man. What is that? Like, oh, and where the men at? Where the men at? I'm talking about a clean. What? Where they at? Come on, man. Harassing females, bro. You in a whole nother country acting up. That's the least. I don't want to go to another country and act up. What? Man, I want to be on my best behavior. If you get imprisoned out there, it's different. And you're American. Oh, you locked up with them now. What you gonna do behind bars? They're gonna have fun with you. Oh, they're gonna have fun. Some of y'all gonna be little Barbie dolls up in there.
For photos, filming without permission, and ignoring posted signs. After years of warnings, locals had enough. It's not an isolated case. From religious sites in Thailand to dress codes in the Middle East, stories keep surfacing about American visitors refusing to adapt. Tour guides report frustration with U.S. tourists who walk into temples with shoes on, wear revealing clothing in conservative areas, or treat sacred landmarks like photo ops.
And that's what I'm saying. Little things like taking martial arts teaches you, simple things, common courtesy, respect, even just taking your shoes off at home. Before you get on this mat, take your shoes off. If you walk on this mat with your shoes on, I'm gonna put you on your behind so fast. That's how they move. What? Yeah, I done seen it happen to strangers. If you walk on this mat with your shoes on, they gonna put you on your behind. There's no warning about it. Don't be ignorant, just step on it. You see we all barefoot here. We don't even got socks on. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things like that. You see the temple, get the vibe. Notice the vibe. Look around. Okay. Do people got their shoes off? I'm doing research before I even go to a temple. Word up, a temple? I'd be like, oh, wait. Is there anything I should know before going into a temple? There we go. Simple. We got AI now. We got Google AI. It's going to give it to you right there. What do you need to do? Take your shoes off.
In Vietnam, one American was seen wearing a t-shirt covered in guns and the words, "Freedom, the American Way," while touring a museum that documents the devastation of the US-led war. That moment, caught on camera, quickly became a symbol of cultural disconnect.
You got the clip?
These clashes aren't always loud or aggressive. Often they're small moments of misunderstanding, but they leave lasting impressions. Because in many countries, the problem isn't that Americans show up. It's that they show up without listening. In 2025, American tourists are no longer just traveling. They're representing a country the world is rapidly losing faith in. In Canada, just 19% of people believe the US will have a positive influence on the world, a historic low for America's closest ally. In Germany, favorability has plunged since the 2024 election, and across Europe, the message is clear. More countries now view the US negatively than ever before.
Yep.
Even more shocking? According to the Democracy Perception Index, China is now viewed more favorably than the United States in most of the world, a reversal that would have been unthinkable just a few years ago. These aren't just numbers, they're signals. And American tourists are caught in their shadow. Today, US travelers are being advised to avoid political clothing, skip controversial topics, and even soften their accents in tense environments.
Why would I wear anything political out in another country, bro? People are really doing this stupid stuff. You want the attention. Why are y'all acting up in another country? You surrounded by a bunch of people from that country. Man, you surrounded by a bunch of them. It's just you. You should be scared. Oh.
Some are coached on how to respond to loaded questions abroad. Others quietly claim they're Canadian, just to avoid uncomfortable conversations. Because others quietly claim they're Canadian.
Oh, don't you do that. Don't you go claiming you Canadian. You not Canadian either. Don't do that. They don't claim you. Canada do not claim you. Canada does not claim you. My Canadians right now, you watching this video and you know me from my channel. Do y'all claim me? Do y'all claim me? I let the people speak for themselves. I'm not going to sit there and say, man, they claim me. I let the people speak for that. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Don't go out there lying now. I go out, I'm American. But hey, you want to have a very decent intellectual conversation with me? Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go sit down and get a pizza. I don't drink coffee. Let's go get a tea or something. I get you a coffee. Let's do that. If you truly think that it's every single American, and I would like to meet that person one day, and I would just love to change their mind. I'm so glad I got all my channels, man. I have all my channels. I got the UK, I got Australia, I got Canada, I got Germany. I'm working on so many channels, guys, just trying to learn about the world and everything. Just to break the stereotype, at least for myself. I want to stay educated, man. I want to meet these people someday in person around the country and be able to, I don't like to be left out. I want to be able to fit in. I want to be able to have a good conversation with you about your country, your history. Yeah. Because you're going to look at me, man, this bloke is really smart, man. You know what I'm saying? Not so bad, for American, not so bad. And that's what a lot of people say in the comments. I want that in person. Let me prove y'all wrong, man, because I got to show out for my Americans. This is crazy.
Just to avoid uncomfortable conversations. Because in 2025, saying you're American doesn't always spark curiosity. It can spark judgment or silence.
I ain't worried about it.
Tourism used to be about where you're going. Now, for American visitors, it's just as much...
It's how you come off. Where you from? America. Oh. Where you from? I'm from America, my friend. United States of America, my friend. Specifically from the state How about you? That's how you come off. I'm not coming off to America. What, bro? Best believe I'm gonna lead us into a conversation. Where you from, you know?
About what you're bringing with you. A reputation the world no longer overlooks. One of the clearest signs that the world is rethinking American tourism, it's showing up in visa rules. For decades, U.S. passport holders enjoyed near universal access. No paperwork, no questions, just a stamp and a smile. But now, countries are quietly rewriting the rules. Brazil, once visa-free for Americans, has reinstated entry requirements in 2025. Across Europe, the long-delayed ETIAS system is finally moving forward, forcing Americans to apply in advance just to visit. Even the UK, one of America's oldest allies...
I'm sorry, I was just looking at the cars. I was like, when they gonna
Europe,
go?
the long-delayed ETIAS system is
You see them? When they gonna
finally moving forward, forcing Americans to apply in advance just to visit.
That's supposed to be efficient. Everybody's supposed to continue moving. I was just figuring out why they stop. It's supposed to be continuous, man. You know what I'm saying?
In the UK, one of America's oldest allies, now requires pre-authorization before entry. These aren't just technical updates. They're symbols of something deeper. The world's...
Is there a line there? Because they stop at the lines.
Forcing Americans...
I don't know if that's a line or not. Maybe it is. I'm going to just take it
to apply in advance.
You got to yield, of course. I mean,
just
common
to
sense.
Visit.
I thought, like, these things, like, you see how they just move?
Even the UK, one of America's...
You see how they were just moving? I just seen that one car stop, and I was just curious. Why they stop? I thought it was supposed to just even be continuous. That way nobody had to stop or yield. Hey, educate me, man, please. Somebody educate me on what was going on in that clip.
America's oldest allies now requires pre-authorization before entry. These aren't just technical updates. They're symbols of something deeper. The world's trust in American travelers is slipping. And that shift doesn't end with a form. U.S. tourists are reporting longer lines, extra screening, and more probing questions. Not about what's in their bags,
Why?
but about what their presence means.
Exactly. Why are you visiting? Literally. And then if they feel that you're suspicious in some type of way, now we're going to search stuff too. And we're going to do that still. We're going to do it anyway.
Embassy warnings now urge Americans to avoid politically sensitive areas, not because they're unsafe for everyone, but because they might not be safe for you. Because in 2025, the borders haven't just changed on the map. They've changed in the way Americans are seen. And for travelers used to being waved through, the hesitation says everything. For years, locals adjusted. They put up with rising prices, tourist menus, and foreign-owned Airbnbs, all in the name of economic growth. But in 2025, many feel they've reached a breaking point. In cities like Lisbon, Tulum, and Athens, entire neighborhoods were reshaped around the needs of American visitors. Family-run cafes turned into Instagram-friendly brunch spots. Markets replaced local goods with souvenirs. Long-term rentals vanished, replaced by short-term listings priced for remote workers from New York or LA. At first, it felt like opportunity. Now it feels like erasure. Locals describe the shift as slow but relentless, their cities becoming more profitable as destinations than as communities. And while Americans may see charm, affordability, or escape, residents are seeing something else, displacement.
Yeah.
Even those who depend on tourism feel conflicted. Yes, the dollars help, but
But it's to a certain point where it's like, my goodness, you guys are taking over. I know. My good, all year round. Give us a break. I know.
daily cost in housing, culture, and identity keeps rising. And increasingly, the frustration is directed at those who can afford to visit while locals struggle to stay. Because what used to feel like sharing a place now feels like losing it. And for many around the world, American tourism isn't just changing neighborhoods. It's pushing people out of them.
That is crazy,
After everything
bro.
isn't just changing.
What? This is crazy, bro. Oh my goodness. I've never seen something like this.
Neighborhoods. It's pushing people out of them. After everything we've seen, one thing is clear. The world isn't rejecting American tourists because they're American. It's rejecting the behaviors that come with them. And that means this story isn't finished. it can still change. Travelers today are being told to dress more modestly, avoid loud political conversations, and leave the flag gear at home. But those are just surface-level fixes. The deeper shift is about attitude. It's about understanding that showing up with money isn't the same as showing up with respect.
Thank you,
That
thank
not
you.
everything needs to be in English. That not every city wants to be a backdrop for content. And that listening, really listening, goes further than any travel tip ever will. The best travelers aren't the ones who act like guests at a resort. They're the ones who move through the world with awareness, not assumptions.
Facts.
In 2025, the global welcome is still there, but it's no longer unconditional. Americans who travel thoughtfully, who adapt, who engage with humility, they're still received with kindness. Because while the world may be tired of the stereotype, it's still open to the ones willing to travel with humility and without the stereotype. This video wasn't meant to shame. It was meant to observe a shift and ask why it's happening. Because how the world sees America is changing, and how it sees American tourists might just be the most visible symptom of that shift. So the next time you travel, ask yourself, are you just passing through, or are you paying attention?
Man, I'm doing more than passing through and paying attention. I've been studying these countries, studying for months, for years, every single day of the week, every single day of the year. Yeah. For moments like these, so I could go and travel. This is the easy part for me. I already came with respect in it. I'm a different breed. I got the most respect. Like I said, fear none, respect all, and that goes to everyone. You know, you don't need to be arrogant and this and that and big shot. Relax. Just respect and follow the rules. If you're unaware about something in another country, ask. Please, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, ma'am. Could you please educate me on this? I'm having a hard time trying to understand. You know, I just want to understand a little bit better. What? Speak. My goodness, bro. It's not hard. Let me know in the comments. How did you guys feel about this video? I could keep going on and 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 on. I'm not gonna lie. Let me know how you feel about this video down below in the comment section. Feel free to share your honest thoughts, opinions, and personal, should I say, experiences. Yes. As far as like having interactions with American tourists, or even traveling here and seeing how we act in our own country, because best believe they're acting like that in their own country when they go out to yours. They just act worse in yours because they feel that the disciplinary actions won't be the same, and that's false. Oh, it's gonna be worse. Everyone feel free to check out my Twitch and Patreon. Stay safe, and I hope to catch all my lovely supporters, all you lovely people, in the next reaction video. Just know I'm not the Americans that you talk about in this list. Original video link will be in the description. Great video, by the way. This video has nothing to do with me.